Hi everyone. Oh. Hey everyone, we're at ArcTangent with Dinner Celestial Birds.
No, you're
not. Take two. Right, here I am at ArcTangent talking to Hidden Mothers who have very graciously agreed to an interview. Right, okay, let's get started. How was yesterday?
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
he's here.
Oh, Stefan's just turned up.
Shoved you down. Get in the shot.
The world's most professional interview.
Yes, this has all gone really well so far. Do you know what? I know that you cut the recording off before, but there was a moment just now where Simon went, "We're here with Dinner Celestial Birds." And you're like, "They fucking up. Come on." I know it's early, but no.
Yesterday, not very hungover.
Yesterday was incredible.
Yes,
like couldn't have gone much better. Don't think?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely loved it.
There was like, you know, that tent. They told us when we booked this that tent was 1,500 capacity. I don't think it was far off full. Like maybe 1,300 people, which is double what we've played.
Yeah, we had a couple of mates take some pictures from the back, and it looked round.
Yeah, it was daft.
Yeah, I was well happy with that.
Yeah,
I had to have a moment. I had to take myself away from the front of the stage and go. It's actually happening. Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. Luke, thoughts?
Yeah, well, a lot of nervous energy because we've never played anything that big before, but it just felt incredible. It felt like a real kind of just like landmark moment in the band's history. Because we always said, like, I mean, we've said this in every interview, everything we've done, but like, we literally did sit in the pub when we started this band the first time we ever met and was like, imagine one day let's play ArcTangent. That would be amazing.
But now what? Like, what are we in for now? Andy Copping, if you're listening, we will play download next year. We'll only charge you £10,000. But yeah, no, this has been an incredible experience. Like, just like to be on the same poster as some of these bands is just daft, really. Like,
it's just nice just to be able to come to a festival that we've obviously been here more than once, and like just come here, hang out, have a bit of fun, not too much fun, play a set, get a little bit of whack while afterwards, and just have a right laugh.
We can have too much fun now. We've played and the pressure's off.
That like obviously the accolade of playing, but also like we don't usually get time to hang out as a band. But we've all got different lives, so actually having a whole weekend where we can just like vibe and like bond us,
watch bands together.
Talking of which, who have you seen that you've been really impressed by?
Oh, what should we do? Like band each per day?
Band each.
Yeah.
Steph?
I can't remember who played what day.
Well, on Wednesday when we got here, we went and watched June.
Yeah,
who were incredible.
They smashed it.
And then Conjuro were fantastic as well.
They're always fantastic.
Yeah. And then on Thursday, who did we see? We saw Dinner Celestial Birds, aka us. On Thursday morning.
Dinner Celestial Mothers.
Dinner Celestial Mothers. They were incredible.
Yeah, they were incredible.
And
goosebumps and everything. I looked at Liam at one point and
I got a bit emotional. I think it was a combination of like their music is quite emotional, but also they're friends of ours, and to see them smashing that set in front of that many people, it was just like, oh, I felt like a proud dad watching
I pulled Andy aside and I just said to him, like, I know you suffer with mental health, and it was just nice to see him just like forget about all his problems.
I agree.
It was beautiful to watch.
One of the best things I've seen at ArcTangent. I think I've seen him with that smile on his face.
I think that like post-rock, I love post-rock, but sometimes at a festival, just isn't quite what I want in terms of like the vibe and stuff. Because it's quite serious, and at a festival I want it to be silly. But like Dinner Celestial Birds the other day was just like, this is one of the best post-rock sets I've seen at this festival, and I agree. It's a festival where you tend to see a lot of post-rock bands.
I think Holy Fawn was Holy Fawn was incredible. That was just a really crazy emotional experience. It was just really
You've wanted to see them.
I've wanted to see them for a long time.
And they look genuinely like chuffed to beer as well, which is always like lovely to see as well.
We have a really funny relationship with Holy Fawn as well, because a lot of people we speak to are like, what Holy Fawn sound like? They're like, they sound a bit like us, but a lot better. It's kind of how we describe
and it's quite annoying being on the same festival as them on the same day, because people might realise all the bits we've nicked. I feel like we changed them up enough for it to not be an issue.
Explain to my wife, you might like Holy Fawn, they're like us, but better. Like they do the sad bit, the heavy bits, but they do it all better.
That's why they're on the big stage.
That's why they're on the big stage. Around the
One day you'll be there.
One day.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying, but I love it. Yeah.
Oh man. So how's the new album coming on? It's done.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there.
You two have still got
Vocals
three of
left
us
to do.
actually have got vocals
Vocals
to do.
left to do, yeah.
But musically it's done.
Oh right. So it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so all the instruments are done. It's just vocals to drop out.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of squeals and stuff, maybe. But
We chucked in the last session. We made a load of silly noises and made it all seem a bit more chaotic, I guess. But it's just vocals left. 8 tracks, some surprises in there, I think, that people might not expect from us.
such as. No, ruin the surprise.
I think the whole record is the whole record is a little bit of a departure in a way. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're leaning a lot less on the black metal influence. I think.
Right.
It's still there.
It's still there.
But there's other stuff
Yeah.
diluting it a bit more.
Yeah, I think maybe kind of It's just I think there's a lot more variation in the album, and maybe it's because we've only got 4 songs prior to that, which is there's the EP
And a single,
and
yeah.
a single, yeah. So-
And because it's been so long since we released that EP, obviously our influences have changed, and new things have come in while we've been writing, and new records have come out that have made us go, oh, that's really interesting. What if we were to try? Like there was that Birds in Row album from last year.
Yeah.
We were like, there's some mad shit on here, and I think that subconsciously that record made us go, oh, wouldn't it be interesting to try this? And
Right.
So, I mean, I guess there's an influence for one of the things that you might get from the new record that wasn't on the old stuff. Is maybe they're a bit more of that kind of scrappy, post-hardcore, screamo kind of vibe.
Right.
I think also I think I had more of an input lyrically on previous material because we just let Luke go
Luke's
go
written
wild
pretty
on
much
the-
everything
on the vocal style and the lyrics.
Yeah.
Kind of just let him have his vibe with it. And it's definitely turned it into a different record. But
Yeah.
I love what it's turned it into.
Yeah, it's definitely become not your baby, but it's more of a personal record to you, whereas the EP was more of a personal record for you. I think it's really interesting to be able to show different personalities
sides of it,
rather than a band being the front man and the backing band. We've
Yeah.
got some different voices in there telling
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's one of the beauties of having multiple vocalists and multiple lyricists in the band is that next record might be more Steph's, and it's just kind of
Maybe we'll let Ari write something.
Me, I don't think.
It'll be about cats and bugs.
How much he likes cats. Labradoodles.
What it's like to be a human Labrador.
But yeah, it's been really fun. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's just that weight now. We want people to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's not finished, so we can't. But, I think people will enjoy it.
Okay. So, tell me a bit more about your writing process. Is it one person that does it, or is it a collaborative?
Well, I guess like for this record, lyrically, I've taken on a lot of that. So thematically, I guess I kind of shaped the record in terms of what the content of the songs are about.
Right.
Musically, it's all quite interesting the way we work, I think, because I feel like when we started this band, we kind of all got together. We all liked certain records, which were generally in kind of the black gaze region of things and kind of post-black metal.
Yeah.
And we all kind of came at that saying, we all want a band that sounds like this.
Right.
But none of us, besides perhaps Stefan, had ever been in a band like that, and all came from different influences. And I feel like that created this really interesting perspective on that kind of music.
Of non-black metal musicians trying to
Play
write
black metal. Yeah. So I came from I've always played in emo bands and post-hardcore bands.
Right.
My
hardcore.
Last, my last band before this one was getting Every Time I Die, You Cancer Vaccine kind of thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'd certainly never done anything this sort of atmospheric, cool, and serious. Really, I was party hardcore.
And Ari's your post-rock man. He loves textures and things like that.
Comes to us with a lot of classical music that we tell him we've listened to, but we haven't.
Adam, our drummer, is metal and hardcore through and through, fast, heavy, but also loves techno and Polish hard bass, and throwing all them things together just kind of creates what we do. But I think the way we usually write things is generally, I think because the way obviously we usually start with guitars, and I think me and Ari have a very interesting contrast in the way we play the guitar. I'm very much, we always joke that I'm very like 2 chords and the truth.
Yeah.
I'm very like, I have a very loose and kind of emotion forward style of the guitar. Whereas Ari's very much like, let's see how many time signatures and how many notes I can fit into this.
Right.
So I usually say, here's 2 really nice chords, and then Ari says, let's play them in 11/94. And then we'll put some blast beats on, and we have a Hidden song.
It does work really well. I think if we had 2 guitarists that were like you, or 2 guitarists that were like Ari, it just wouldn't work.
They weren't the same. No.
Yeah.
It probably would work in a different way. But,
we'd just be, if we just had 2 of you, we'd be
the Hotelier.
The Hotelier.
Yeah.
If we had
Nothing wrong with the Hotelier.
No.
With the Hotelier. Yeah.
If we had 2 of Ari, we'd be, I don't know, the Zildjian Escape Plan.
Yeah.
So we're somewhere in between those 2 things.
You took both of them bands, it would not sound like us.
I don't know how we've arrived at that. Honestly. But if somebody came up to us after a show and you were like the Hotelier meets the Zildjian Escape Plan, I'd be like, sick, thank you.
Somebody once came up to us after one of our shows in Huddersfield and said, "Oh, just great. It's like Lewis Capaldi meets Armin Ra." And it was like, cool, man, yeah, I'm down for that.
I changed that. I like that so much. I changed our Twitter bio, but they made me change it back. But that's. I suppose that shows that maybe we are doing something right, because where the fuck else are you going to get that comparison? And we had a couple of people yesterday who said black metal Alexis on Fire. I was like, yeah, take it, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
Wade any day of the week.
I think technically you'd be George.
George, yeah, he's the.
I'm not going to feed your ego, but telling you you're Dallas Green.
No, I'm definitely not Dallas Green. Nobody can be Dallas Green. Dallas Green is Dallas Green.
Yes.
And then basically, my process is I just scream when I'm told to scream.
I think you're downplaying yourself a little bit there. Though. You bring so much to what we do.
Appreciate that.
He's the one who goes and gets himself in the mud. Yesterday's anything to go, but I was so jealous. I was like, why am I up on the stage and not in the mud?
Almost pull a muscle trying to climb over a fence.
You nearly went. You proper nearly went.
You could see the whole crowd just went.
Like people that have seen us before, they know that I don't like being on stage. Like when you're a 5-piece, you play in smaller venues. One, it gives them more room, but I prefer to feed off the energy of the crowd rather than be like feeling like I'm above people. So
it's hard though when you're as far away as we were yesterday with the barrier and stuff.
When you're on the audience side, it doesn't feel like that far. Like you think to yourself, I reckon I can jump that. You get up there and you're like, nah, I'm not making that.
Maybe 15 years ago, but not now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what next for the band? Have you got any plans?
We've got some shows coming up. We're doing a tour. Well, I say a tour. It's 3. We're doing 3 shows in September with Pleiades from Manchester.
Love Day.
And we're doing Love Day in Manchester with Burner and Lurin and a couple of other bands. And yeah, it should be great. But after that, we've kind of just left ourselves free so that we can get the record finished, basically.
Yeah, we kind of said let's take a bit of a break, focus on the record, but if a good opportunity comes up, we can't miss out on that. Take it.
Yeah, if somebody turned around to us tomorrow and said, "Oh, do you want to support Ahmed Ra or something?"
Or Lewis Capaldi.
Or Lewis Capaldi, yeah.
We'll take either. We'd fit in with either.
I do keep tagging him.
One of these days he'll listen. I'm sure he loves blast beats just as much as anyone else.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's one of the best pieces of musical advice that you've been given? What was it?
We've been given? That's an interesting question. I don't know about been given, because I feel like people are quite reluctant to give advice.
Right.
But I think that something that we've always tried to do, and I think a lot of bands say this, I guess it's not that rare, but we write what we want to write rather than what we think people want to hear from us. And I don't think people have huge expectations of us because we have only got 1 EP out. But with this record, it is a bit of a departure, and there might be some people who are like, "Oh, this isn't what I wanted or what I expected," but it's felt right to us to write this way, so that's what we're going to do.
I must admit, I've not heard the new songs you played recently. I thought they were fantastic. I really did enjoy the direction you guys were going in. So yeah, highly looking forward to
Not that, next thing we do, we might go, let's just go fucking horrible and
Yeah.
heavy again. Like, we've got the freedom to do that because it will all still sound like us because it's us.
Yeah.
Because I think that is quite a conflict you have with yourselves and about what is the identity of the band. Because I guess when we first started the band, we instantly started to move in metal scenes. And then when we're writing this record, we're like, is this, where do we fit now in like music scenes and things like that? Because more clean vocals and parts. I don't know.
I think the scenes are all starting to.
Yeah, of course.
The
Yeah.
edges a
I think
little
you're right.
bit,
I think it's a lot less set now, isn't it? I mean,
I
especially
think
festival
like
this.
5 years ago, you wouldn't have had a band like Harriet at Slam Dunk.
No.
But now, that seems like a perfectly logical thing for them to
Absolutely.
do. And, that's made us think, because we'd have maybe previously gone, oh, should we ever try and get on Slam Dunk?
Yeah.
Probably not, because we're too heavy for it.
Yeah.
But now that Harriet have done it, we're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
why
is
not?
fine. And like 2000 Trees, like,
Yeah.
we would maybe at one point have thought, oh, that's probably not our scene. But then they booked Moll and Kublai Khan and like
Well, it's
fucking
like-
Zulu. Like, they're not too heavy, then neither are we.
We played like a black metal weekender at York.
Oh, God, yeah.
The Reaper promotions.
It was wicked.
That was
And like,
wicked, yeah.
we were just like, oh, like you turn up and there's just like gauntlets and
Gorgeous
stuffy
paint
belts
and-
and
Are we going to
Wow.
fit in here? Yeah.
And when somebody came up to us like, oh, you're wearing colour, you must be Hidden Mothers.
His exact words were, "You're wearing colour and smiling, so you must be hidden."
But like,
And it was like, oh, it's annoying, but yeah, we are. Yeah.
so, like, when you turn up to something like that, you're like, oh, fuck, they're greatest, okay? But like, we were really well
Yeah,
received.
it's
for that.
Because
Yeah.
because I guess like you say, that's how music scenes are becoming one a little bit.
I think people like mixed bills as well. Like, I don't want to watch 4 bands that all sound the same.
No, I agree.
Like, so we played a show earlier this year in Leeds, and it was us, dystopian future movies who are like post-rock Fleetwood Mac, and then Barbarian Hermit who are like a stoner band, and who's the other band on that line?
Video Nasty.
Video Nasties who are like a Cavell Attack, like death and roll type thing.
Yeah.
And then us. So like none of those bands are anything like each other at all, but it was wicked and
Yeah.
people were proper
Well,
vibing
it's
off
like
it.
Matey Boy from Callous Cowboys. He was saying like in America, multi-genre shows are just normal.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like fucking regimented.
Putting into boxes,
But
isn't it?
becoming less so, I
But
think.
yeah, that was saying like
Yeah.
now it's becoming more like you get multi-genre shows.
Yeah. Well, like we played
with
with
now more of a place where we can fit in.
we played with the Callous Cowboys a few weeks ago, and like I did think when we got booked for that, like, is this a weird booking? But then on the night, it didn't feel like a weird booking. Like,
No.
it just all had a great time. Yeah, and then they were supporting a Holy Fawn the following week, who are, as we've discussed, are just us but better. So like, it's I guess it's all kind of cyclical, isn't it?
So, who are you looking forward to seeing today? Anyone you looking forward to seeing
Death
today?
Heaven,
Death Heaven.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's Sunbather, isn't it?
Yeah,
Big
Sunday they're in full. I mean, that's
We've
one
got
of
to.
the records that when we sat down, like, okay, we're starting a band, where are we drawing influence from?
Yeah.
That was like one of the top 3 records that we kind of had in the pot for like
It's
how we
definitely
wanted
one
to
of
start.
The biggest comparisons we get is
Yeah.
Well, was
Probably less so.
Less so
Maybe
now.
less so now, but yeah, Death Heaven definitely. Cowboys are playing today, so that'll
Yeah,
be super
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
What else is on today? Roller Massey are playing today. And
yeah, I'll definitely watch Roller.
a band called Cops or Copes. I'm not 100% sure how you say it, but
They're on soon, aren't they?
They're on at 11:30. There's one of their t-shirts over there. So yeah, they're friends of ours and they're fantastic. So they're on in
Half an hour.
40 minutes. So we're going to go and see them after we've done this.
Brilliant. Okay, well, we'll wrap this up then. Any final thoughts?
Just thank you to everyone who's kind of come down and came down and watched us yesterday. First of all, like, to play in front of that many people was mad. And thank you to the fact that you've thought we were worth speaking to. Like, we've done a few interviews this weekend and it's felt a bit like, oh, we're real bad people want to talk to us. So like, that's like really nice to have. But yeah, thank you, and yeah, thank everyone who supports us and supports small to mid-sized bands. Yeah, we need it. Please continue to do so. Yeah.
Well, I will reiterate that. Thank you once again, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Always.
And, yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
Cheers,
Thank you.
everyone.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.